My name's Charlie Robinson. I am the author of The Octopus of Global Control, and this section is about NGOs. NGO is an acronym, stands for non-governmental organization, and according to NGO.org, it's a nonprofit, voluntary citizens group which is organized on a local, national, or international level, task-oriented and driven by people with a common interest. NGOs perform a variety of services and humanitarian functions. They bring citizen concerns to government and advocate and monitor policies and encourage political participation through provision of information. So nothing inherently wrong with an NGO. In fact, in 1900, there were only 21 of them. In 1990, there are 50,000 of them. And they are dressed up to look like charities, and I'm sure there's a large portion of them that are charities, but let's be honest and call these things what they are. They're tax shelters, and they're a way for people to wield control in other countries while giving the impression that they're actually there in a humanitarian sense. So if you look at the list of how many NGOs are controlled by very, very wealthy, powerful, psychopathic people from the United States, start looking at the list, you've got David Rockefeller controls 73. The Rothschild family, George H.W. Bush, and that crazy old lady Madeleine Albright, they each have 54. The Clintons have 35. Dick Cheney controls 30. I mean, you're starting to talk about people that do not hand out turkeys at Thanksgiving. They don't give a shit about you. They don't care about these countries. They're there for a very different reason. Cecil Rhodes, the British statesman that the Rhodes Scholarship was named after, even the country in southern Africa, Rhodesia, was named after him. He said, "We must find new lands from which we can easily obtain raw materials and at the same time exploit the cheap slave labor that is available from the natives of the colonies. The colonies would also provide a dumping ground for the surplus goods produced in our factories." Wow, Cecil Rhodes, you're a real asshole. NGOs are used as a tool for regime change. That's what they are. That's what they're used for. A lot of people involved in them doing great work, but not everybody. According to the New Atlas, funded not by the communities they claim to serve, but by foreign interests, they often operate under the pretext of upholding the legitimate roles and responsibilities of genuine NGOs, while in reality undermining a targeted nation's government, its people, its institutions, national peace, and stability. Ironically, such organizations also undermine the perceived legitimacy and effectiveness of real NGOs. Foreign interests seek to do this for a number of reasons, including pressuring a targeted government to make concessions regarding bilateral relations, competing with and eventually overrunning state institutions, and even replacing the nation's entire government. Yeah, that's what they're used for. And when you see a list of crazy, lunatic, power-hungry maniacs like the Clintons and the Bushes and Zbigniew Brzezinski and Colin Powell and George Soros, I mean, that's a list of people that are pretty much always up to no good.